Mattel. You guys ever heard of Mattel?
Yay! One of the best toy companies in the world.
They make movies now. They're in the movie biz.
Really?
They're getting in the business of offering $17,000 to someone who can play Uno Quattro for 4 hours per day.
Wow.
Why?
You ever play Uno?
Yeah, but
I'll play with Tiger right now.
4 hours is kind of long.
That sounds
That's a long ass time.
By yourself too?
Kind of boring.
How long
how
you
many
think,
days?
How long do you think you can play?
Like by yourself?
Don't you need like an opponent?
You need people to play with.
I could only play for like 30 minutes and then I get bored.
Yeah. So.
Oh, is it because they want them to play AI?
No.
Okay.
So if you're selected for this job, you get $4,444 for 4 weeks, from September 13th to October 7th. And if selected, you will be working from 2 to 6 p.m. 4 days out of the week.
No Asian's gonna play that.
Here are your duties. You must be comfortable with interviews and appearances, helping to create and star in social content for various Uno games, starring in live streams playing Uno Quattro with brand creators, being friendly, willing to ask strangers to play the game, being able to teach strangers to play the game, and you have to sit for long periods, lift and carry up to 50 pounds, so you need to carry heavy loads, and set up playing tables and tents on
So they're basically turning you into a street team. Street team, yeah.
It's a marketing gimmick, obviously.
It's not. It's gonna flop in Asia. 4 is like 666.
Oh yeah, nobody likes.
So if they go 4, they're gonna be like, ugh, why would I play that?
You want me to die? That's
Yep.
what they say.
They don't even have 4th floors on hospitals.
Really?
Yep. It
Oh,
goes
that's
1 to
Asia's
3.
13, huh?
They go 1 to 3 and then 5 all the way to top.
Some hotels are like that too.
Is your mom very strict on the 4?
4, yeah.
Anytime there's a number 4 in anything, my mom is like, nope, we ain't doing
It's
that.
because
We
4
ain't
also
playing around.
sounds like death, like in Chinese.
Same with Japanese.
sounds
But it was my
very similar.
favorite number growing up.
Yeah.
Like 4 is 4, and then death is 4. That's like,
What's the difference?
Same word.
What's the difference, you guys?
It's the tone. Chinese is so hard. The tone changes everything.
yeah.
Same word.
That's what they sound like. Can't
Can't they just change the word?
Aliens.
They should change the word, huh?
It'd be
The
easier.
word. Why don't they just change
Give it
it?
to them again. Give it to them again so they can hear it.
4 is 4, and then 4 is 4.
Yeah, it's like saying death and so death.
Wait, I don't know which one is which.
I don't like this record label.
How long do you guys think you can sit and play Uno for?
30 minutes.
Yeah, I think.
We've played it for a minute.
Because I'll fucking smash on Taika and I'm bored.
It depends. If they hire like a banging hot girl to do this, I think a lot of dudes will suddenly be playing Uno a long time.
Yeah, that's true.
I think they'll be drawing 12 or whatever.
Okay. To make the game longer.
More cards. I got more cards. Fuck.
It's like those you
A
know those
good-looking
online
girl
poker.
makes dumb activities just really entertaining.
Why do you think they hire them for fucking internet poker?
True.
Your attention is longer.
Internet blackjack. They're not
Or
gonna
even for sick cards. The card's already sick. We
Yeah.
put a hot girl, the card is sicker.
That's true. They always get titty ladies for those things.
ladies all the
Titty ladies
time.
everywhere.
All the time.
Umbrella girls
What is
at the
what's
car
that?
show.
They don't exist anymore.
Oh really?
They took them out of
I
F1
feel like that's easy marketing.
because feminists complained.
Well, because they're ugly. That's
And they
why.
got the F1 umbrella girls fired, and they never wanted to get fired.
All these beautiful bitches can't even get jobs now.
Yeah.
Why do feminists hate beautiful girls?
Because they weren't. Oh, I don't want to keep talking. God.
What do you think?
What do you think, Ryan?
Kaline's next.
Isn't it women empowerment to see other beautiful women just make it in life?
Not if they're prettier than me.
It's
Oh,
to
okay.
restrict access to the benefits that they cannot themselves enjoy.
Shit. Someone fucking is writing a manifesto. Someone's gonna shoot them all up and leave a letter.
All I'm saying is they get paid really good. There's booth girls too at car shows.
Oh yeah, they hot that.
Yeah.
Like dancing around tires and shit.
There's also CEO girls at car shows.
No, there's not.
Yeah, but they're not hot.
I've never
so
seen
it's
one. When have you ever seen? Have you ever seen a CEO girl at all?
There was that one girl, Elizabeth Holmes. She was a big time CEO girl.
Who's that?
The scammer.
The ones that's in jail.
The biotech scammer.
Oh yeah. Oh, that girl Caroline Ellis. She was a CEO.
What does she do?
Got arrested for being an FTX and scamming people. Remember that?
So the popular ones.
St.
are the-
Bankman Fried's girl.
Oh, her, yeah.
The popular ones are the ones that get caught for be doing some shady stuff.
I think
Martha Stewart's.
Hurt.
I think that's
Blew
probably
up.
who they want, but they can't explicitly say that.
Damn.
The Uno people.
Uno people.
Have to be able to fit a
It'll be
double
good for
D
business.
broth.
Like, how could you sneak that in? How could you add the parameter and undetected? How could you say it? How could you phrase it?
Jesus. Well, it's like what Hollywood did with casting, right? It's like they don't quite say in the character descriptions now that she's hot, but they talk around it. A
young,
charming young.
That's true. Yeah, they'll do that.
Talk of the town.
Put together.
always young, for
Put
sure.
together.
Don't you sometimes hate how primitive you are?
I mean, I can't fight it.
They will do that for, like you
won't
said,
fight
for
it.
castings,
What do you mean,
for guy
though?
castings. They will say like must be charismatic.
But they're talking about a tall, handsome man.
Yeah, they're talking about tall, handsome white guy, or looks white but is ethnically ambiguous somehow.
We can put him in anything.
Yeah,
They can't write an ethnic guy if they want an ethnic role.
they can't. They just can't write.
Tall, handsome, white.
Yeah, they can't say they're looking for a white guy.
What if they go like Brad Pitt lookalike?
That's good.
That's messed up.
No, that's a high standard.
What if they're
Feels
casting?
like Xing Ping.
What if they're casting for, I don't know, like let's say an old school World War II movie, and it's just so happens to take
Dude.
place in Germany, and then they're like, we only want a certain type of Aryan-looking dudes.
Bro, there were a lot of people who complained that there weren't enough black people in Oppenheimer.
Who complained about that?
Well, is Oppenheimer going to be able to win an Oscar because of that? Because you know what they just did with the Oscar stuff, right?
Oh yeah, you have to have like certain amount of disabled, certain amount of minorities,
shit.
certain amount of.
Percents.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Oppenheimer even met that. Like if it will even be nominated.
That's so fucking crazy.
Yeah, they were mad
It was.
that
They should have. They should have had a Oppenheimer be gay, black, lesbian.
Yeah. Or all black cast Oppenheimer.
I'd watch that.
Kind of like Hamilton.
I
Yeah.
want to do an all black cast Last Samurai.
Oh, that'd be tight.
That'll be cool.
I think that if you do all one race cast movies, I think that'll just have good variation for like you said, Last Samurai.
It's like imagine Soul Plane, but samurai
All
style.
Chinese.
Yeah.
all Chinese soul
All
plane.
White Clue. Oh wait, they already did that one.
All white clue would be good.
They already did it.
You know, there's already sick ass movies, or that potential movies of like different characters that are black or whatever, Asian, but like instead of just doing like the lazy thing and making like a, I don't know, like a Marvel hero, a Asian guy or whatever, like they
turn him Asian.
yeah, or like they could just create a new story or like do a story that already exists
Oh,
that's
don't do
sick as
that.
fuck.
Like you want to do the lucrative thing.
Yeah, there's like a black samurai, that was an anime, but it's actually a real story where he was like he was enslaved by Portuguese traders, and then he came to Japan, and then he I guess like he stayed in Japan. He became a samurai, and I'm like, that's a real story. That's fucking sick.
I think there's just too much context. They can't get mad at it yet. What else you got?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, pitch us.
there's a story. There's actually, you know, the story of the Last Samurai, where there was the white guy that became a samurai.
Yeah.
Dude, I was so mad because I was like, how dare you fucking whitewash this shit? And then I studied it, and there was actually, it was a story of two different Europeans that became samurais. One was a British guy and one was a French guy. And then they ended up becoming samurai in Japan. And I was like, okay, so they didn't whitewash it. They actually combined a bunch of actual stories and put it. Yeah.
It's funny because a lot of these things where you want more original stories, it's a put your money where your mouth is situation. Because even if you want to make it, that's great. Who do you get to invest in it? Who's gonna put the money up for the movie?
Yeah.
Right.
So if nobody's willing to do that, then you don't.
Who's
really
gonna buy
want
the
it.
And they
tickets
kinda,
too?
like, do it right.
That just happened with Scarlett Johansson, right? She was supposed to play like I think a trans character.
Yeah.
And they basically said, you're not trans, so fuck you. And then they pulled the funding for the movie, and the movie's not going to get made now. So that story won't get told.
Yeah, that won't get told.
And
Exactly.
then now anyone else that's like, oh, I have a trans story, they're like, well, that's the precedence. So it's gonna be really hard.
They're like, we don't want Scarlett Johansson. We don't want any Asians to play a trans story.
Exactly. Or Hawaiians.
That's why it's dope when, like, let's say, like, Justin Chon wanted to tell that story, like, Blue Bayou. It's like, yeah, so he's gonna put up the funds to make it happen. So it's like, you still have to get to that point of, like, put up the funds. It's fucking dope when someone does it. But most of the time, no one's doing it. They're just complaining about it.
I
They're
did
just saying
see a
it's not
really,
there.
Interesting or a great quote from Denzel about all this stuff. And he was talking about, I don't think he, by the way, thinks one way or another necessarily, but he was talking about how you know, if you're gonna direct like a movie about like a black guy, for example, he's like. The way that like he runs his comb through the hot water.
I saw that.
Yeah, it was really.
That was a great.
So he
fucking
was saying,
It's
like-
culture. It's about culture, right? You can't. You know, a director needs to infuse the movie with the culture, and I don't know if that someone will be capable of doing that unless they did a lot of research or whatever. He wasn't even saying it one way or another, but like it's more likely that they'll be able to do that if they had that experience.
That made so much sense because he's like, that's why this director makes these movies, and that director makes these ones.
That's like Spike
And they're
Lee.
not trying to mix them up. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like Scorsese's making all these movies because you know all
That's
his
his culture.
family was
He knows
Yeah.
the world.
Right.
He knows the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can't just like, oh, this movie needs a fucking Tongan for no reason. Let me just put one in there. But then he doesn't understand the Tongan experience. It's like he's not gonna touch it.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But I
That's
do know
what-
the donut experience, and I tell you, you brought a lot of delicious donuts, and I think we all can relate on a good donut. So I think we need to make more movies that everyone can just
About
relate to. Yeah, like who can hate a fucking movie about donuts?
Yeah.
Well, who would watch a movie about that?
Joe would.
That's
Put up
the
the funding to make a movie about donuts. That's,
Dude, I could fucking,
Looking for a lot of different movies that shouldn't have been funded.
I could give
Donuts
you
the movie is a
Krispy
great title, I
Kreme,
will say. the movie. It's a great title.
Big Donut, Krispy Kreme, Dunkin' Donuts, the Cambodian Mafia,
Winchell's.
Winchell's. They're kind of dying, but I think they're down.
That's why, man, it comes down to like, if you're really complaining that you want this thing, then help crowdfund it. But you're not donating nothing to nobody.
We gotta make donuts.
You're just mad.
Donuts the movie is a really good title, at least. It's really good. I'd want that.
Donut the movie is.
Donuts the movie.
Donuts, dude. Donuts.
Is the main character a human being or a live
But
action
it's-
donut?
No, I think
it
it's
has to
an
be a donut.
animation.
It's an animation.
No,
Donuts the movie is an animation.
Yeah, I
It's
saw.
a baker. It's a baker.
No, it's a mixture like Cool World.
Or he's a baker who can't even make a donut because he's fucking an idiot.
He's down on his luck,
He's
dude.
down on his luck.
His wife divorced.
But by the end of the movie, he learns how to make donuts.
Yeah.
And then he's
and then
trans-
everyone's
he's
like,
trans
"Oh my
at the
god,
end,
it's the
too."
best donuts I've ever had."
Yeah, he's trans just so that we can win an Oscar too.
Yeah.
Because then the percents go up.